Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. To my returning subscribers, thank you for your support, and to my new audience, thank you for stopping by. Today's tutorial, we want to learn how to cut and sew a bubu gown with collar. You can see it on the screen. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. As you can see on my fabric, the straight line that I draw is my starting point, which represent my shoulder line. So from my shoulder line to the point I'm marking now is my bust point. So measure from your shoulder to your bust point. Whatever measurement you have, you mark it down. The next measurement will be your waist measurement. Measure from your shoulder to the smallest part of your waist. Whatever measurement you have, you mark it down. Then after marking that, you mark the next one, which will represent your hip measurement. Measure from your shoulder to your hip. Whatever measurement you have, you mark it down. Then I will mark the same measurement on this other side of the fabric so that I can have a straight line. I can connect them with a straight line. You can do same on your own. So I'll connect them now with a straight line using my straight ruler. So the next thing is for me to impute my shoulder measurement. So measure your shoulder, divide it by 2, then mark the point that you have. Then from that point that you mark your shoulder, you need to mark the sleeve length, how long you want the sleeve to be. Starting from that point, you mark it down. That is to say, you add the sleeve length to the shoulder measurement. So the next thing is for you to impute your neck measurement. The neck width I'm working with is 4 inches, and the neck depth for the back first, which is what I'm doing now, is 1 inch. So you can do same, but it depends on your preference. You can decide to use same measurement, or you can decide to either increase it or reduce the measurement. Then I will connect my neck width to my neck depth. Can you see? So the next thing now will be for me to slope my shoulder. So I mark 1.5 inches. Then I will connect my shoulder slope to my neck width. You know, the shoulder is not straight, so you need to slope it so that it will balance well on the shoulder. It gives good fittings. So I've connected my shoulder slope to the neck width. The next thing I will do is for me to impute my horizontal measurement. The first one, which is my bust measurement. So I measure around my bust, then divide it by 4. Whatever measurement I have, then I will mark it down. On the measurement you are working with, divide it by 4, then put it down. So I decided to add 3 inches ease. You see, the gown is free gown, so I decided to add the 3 inches, which 1.5 will be used for the ease and 1.5 will be used for my seam allowance. So the next one I'm marking now is my waist measurement. So waist divided by 4 plus the same 3 inches is allowance. So I'm moving down now to the hip measurement. I will measure around the hip. Whatever measurement I have, I divide it by 4. I will add the same 3 inches is allowance. So you need to do same for your own. So I will continue my measurement till I reach my full length. The full length I'm working with is 43 inches. I will add 2 inches folding allowance. That is for my hemming allowance. Can you see? So you can decide to use 1 inch hemming allowance or 1.5 or even the 2. It depends on what you want. It's your preference. So connected it with the straight line. Then the same measurement that I impute for my hip measurement, that is the same measurement I will impute on my full length line, because it's a free gown. I believe you can see it on the screen. So I'll impute the same measurement there. Then I will connect all my points with a straight line. Since my ruler is not that straight, I decided to impute the same measurements here as well, so that I can connect a straight line. So the next thing is for me to measure the wideness of my sleeve. So measure the wideness of your sleeve, how wide you want the measurement to be, then you mark it down. So my bust line, I will impute the same measurement that I had on the shoulder measurement, that is the shoulder measurement plus the sleeve length, so that I can connect it with a straight line to form my sleeve opening. So you need to do same on your own. So on that my bust line, I'll reduce the sleeve length by 1 inch. Then I will connect it to my shoulder line, as you see me doing so. So the next thing now will be for me to connect my remaining points. So on that point, I will come in by 1 inch so that I can slightly curve it to eliminate that sharp point. You can decide to use your curve ruler, or you can decide to make use of your free hand, but make sure that you eliminate the sharp points there. Can you see? So after all the markings, I will then mark where I want my front neck depth to stop. The one I'm working with is 7.5 inches. You can decide to make use of 8 inches, or you can decide to make use of less than that. It depends on your own preference. So you do same, mark your front neck depth, and then the next thing is for me to cut. Make sure that you're cutting your fabric following your back neck, the back neckline, not the front. If you cut from the front, you will spoil the whole thing. So make sure you cut from the back neckline. So I will notch my important points. I will notch my waistline. I will notch my hip line as well. Then for me to install my pocket, I will come down 1 inch from my waistline. Then I will notch that point. That is where my pocket will start downward. I will then notch my center back. Mind you, I folded my fabric into two. That will save for my back, and I folded again another two, which saves for my front. So I will remove my back panel now so that we can concentrate on the front panel. So I will mark from my shoulder to where I want the front neck depth to stop. I will mark it down. Then from that point, I will measure 2 inches inward. Starting from my center front, I will measure 2 inches from the point that I want my front neck depth to stop. I will mark it all the way to my full length line. I will mark my 2 inches all the way to my full length line. Then I will slightly connect from my neck width to my neck depth. Then I will cut the fabric following the lines. So I've gone ahead to use the material and cut the lining. My fabric is light, so I decided to use lining. But if your fabric is thick, you may not use lining. So what I will do now will be for me to go ahead and join the lining and the main fabric together. And this is the back. I want to start with the back. Then I will join the lining for the front as well. Then I will bring it for you to see. So I've finished joining the lining for both the two front panel and my back panel. So the next thing I will do now will be for me to join the shoulder. I will join the front shoulder with the back shoulder. So I will turn right side facing each other. I believe you can see. Right side facing each other. Then I will place my front panel on top of the back panel. Then I will pin it down. I'll do same for this other side. So I will go to my sewing machine. I will use 0.5 inch and join the both shoulder. So I've joined the shoulder. Can you see? Join both the front and the back. So for the collar, I'm going to start from this my back slit. I'm going to start from this my center back. Remember, I notched my center back. I will measure it from here to here all the way to my hemline. So let's measure it now. What I have here is 54 inches. Then I will add about 2 inches. So I'm going to cut the collar that I'm joining to the hemline, 56 inches. So this is the material I'm using. I will fold it and do the markings. So I will cut my material on 4. When I fold it, I'm going to cut 3 inches. I'm going to mark 3 inches from the folding part. Remember that we measure the fabric and we got 56. So I'll measure 56. So I've marked my 56 points. So now I will go ahead and mark 3 inches. So from the 3 inches, I'm going to use half of an inch on both sides to join both sides. So that is why I'm marking 3 inches. So after marking it, I'll go ahead and cut the fabric. So I will use this one to cut another one for the other side. So these are the 2 strips I'll be using for the collar, which is the design on the fabric on the dress. So I will go to my ironing board. I'm going to interface my satin. So I have iron interfacing on both strips. So what I will do, I will turn it right side facing each other. I will go to my sewing machine. I will join here using half of an inch. After joining it, I will bring it for you to see and I'll tell you the next step. So now what I will do will be for me to measure again from this my center back where I notch to the 7.5 inches neck depth for the front. So I'm going to measure it now. that gives me 12.5. So after measuring it to get 12.5, I will go ahead and measure from this point that I joined the two strips together. I will measure the 12.5. I'll connect it to have a straight line. So from this point, I will mark half of this all through to the hemline. Remember, I used 6 inches. That is 3 inches when it was on 4. So I will mark 3 inches. So I will connect it with a straight line. So after having this my straight line, I will go to my sewing machine. I will sew on this line that I have made up to the down part. Then I will bring it for you to see. So I have gone to my sewing machine. I have joined. Can you see? From here, I have joined it. This place is where my front neck dip stops. I've joined it to this point, and this point is actually where I want the slit to start from. Note, I don't join it to the hem. I join it to where I want the slit to start. So I sew my straight line to the particular place I want my slit to start. So after sewing it, I will go ahead and open it up this way. Then we'll go ahead and iron it. I have ironed mine already, that is why you see this nice. So I've ironed it already. Can you see? And I've gone ahead to cut 2 strips for the hand. The next thing is to carry the main fabric. Can you see? So starting from this my center back, I'll make sure where I join this strip matches that point. I'll pin it down. Then I will continue pinning it all through to the hem line. Can you see where I mark that my neck will start? It has matched up with the fabric. So I've gone ahead to join. Can you see? So the next thing is for me to carry the black strip that I ironed earlier. Just attach it the way I attach now on the hand. Then I'll top stitch on it. I'll do same for the other side. Then I will join the side of my dress.
So this is the final outcome of our bubu dress. Can you see how neat it looks like? Can you see how beautiful it looks like? Thank you so much guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to our channel and turn on your notification bell so that whenever I post new tutorial, you'll be notified. See you on our next video. Bye bye.